Welcome to the One True Divine Feminine and Psychic Investigator Tarot. Here we spread light and love and angelic vibes across the universe. It's a place of healing, a place of new age thinking. It's also a place where sometimes we delve into difficult subjects for the greater good. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate if those of you who are watching would give me a like and a subscribe, a little thumbs up. Thank you ever so much. Love you. Hope you're having a great holiday season. All right, today we're just going to do some random picks, and also I have some new cards. And then at the end, well, actually, you know what? Because I realized people don't stay on as long as maybe I think. So I'm going to do the hard cards first. How's that? And then we'll get back to the other cards, because it's the hard cards that really have the grit of the story to it. And I think it's important that this gets out. I've been guided to be an open channel, and I'm doing it. Why? Because I care. And that's really why. So, because I see the direction our country's headed, and it's terrifying to me. So, first card is, my city is corrupt. I'm so sorry to have to say that, but it's true. And I know not everybody's involved, but there were plenty of people who were, and it's literally heartbreaking. That has spurred an investigation, and the feds are now on it. And I'm more grateful than you could possibly imagine, because people in my own town were trying to set me up. Lawyers that took money for sex trafficking should be jailed. That's the money that you took for filth in my house. I want to say the same thing, ditto, for, and of course, I don't know who was involved in my town, but this is kind of across the board. This happened to a few other people as well. So mayors, sheriffs, judges, anybody who was in on that should be sent to jail for sex trafficking. This is just my humble opinion, but misogynists are basically weak-ass men. And when you chose to do this in my house, did you ever think for 1 minute about what you were doing to an actual human being? And I'm a good person. And the answer is no. The only thing that mattered was the suitcase of money. Well, if I were you, because the mob's in town now, baby, I'd check your shower for cameras, right? Because this is the energy you allowed in to this town. So I would suggest that you get the mob out of the job. Where I expect to see decency, instead I see filth. If you're all about getting rid of filth, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. We're going to spread this energy across the country until we get this mess cleaned up. And I'm just going to say it. I'm ashamed of you. I'm really ashamed of you. And I know there are good people here. I know there are, and they're working hard to fix this. It's time to make change, because the people that did this are dragging your entire department down. They're dragging the entire city down. They're tarnishing the reputation of this state. Do you understand? And I'm not afraid to say it. I am ashamed of you. Bullying a woman to death, which is what happened in my house, is not manly. It's weak as F. Voyeuring others is filthy. And when you do it for profit, shame on you. I hope you're watching. I do, because this message is going to get out. If you think it's harsh right now, you wait till it goes international. There was a huge cover-up here. One of the many things that happened was a fake power of attorney was listed over me, because they wanted to continue stealing from me for the various, crimes they were committing against me while pretending that I was crazy. I wasn't crazy. I was upset because of the other crimes that had happened, which, included a huge amount of betrayal. So I want you to understand what you're facing, right? I want you to get a real clear picture of what's coming your way. I've been told I put away about 100 people so far. So here's what's coming. They took life insurance policies out on me. Then they fake married me. Then they set up numerous murder plots, some of which are still happening. Then they hired hitman. This is conspiracy to commit murder, folks. This is what you're up against. Then they thought about how they could sell my organs off for profit. Also, murder. They slandered me so bad, they basically have destroyed my professional career of 35 years. And I'm a very hard worker, and I did not deserve that. Huge job loss. All for nothing. They poisoned my husband 3 times. Another attempted murder. They sent dirty pictures of me to inmates for money. Fake prostitution charges. I've been in a 35-year monogamous marriage. Fake drug charges. I do not do drugs. I tried to voluntarily go take the test. I need a court order. Get me one. I'll go take it. They said I gave them AIDS. I took the AIDS test. Of course, I don't have it. I never met the dude. People profited off of the fake reality TV show, which of course was done to humiliate me to death or make me look crazy. Wow, isn't this fun? There were hate crimes that were done. I had nothing to do with that. Why? Because I don't have a hate-filled heart. Sometimes I get mad about some of the filth that's been done, and I let loose with some words. But after 6 years of abuse, I think I'm entitled to a few angry words. While I was away in Boston, they sent somebody to my place of work with a card, and I believe it was an attempt to kidnap me, to sex traffic me. Why? Because the dirty judge there got caught up. That person's going down. You're next. They called ahead to my new job to destroy my path because this was all about keeping a person sick and weak and in the house and out of work so they could feed like vampires. This is what you're in bed with. They stole a fortune. And of course, they were parting out suitcases of that here. And that's why people got on board with it, right? To destroy a family, a loving, decent family. The abuse I've been through would stagger most people. But I'm a very strong woman, and I'm healing, and I'm coming. They had bury me alive plots. Gang rape plots and threats. And another thing was they were going to try to drug me, rape me, and then post the video. This is who you let into my house. I'm so ashamed of you people. You are in bed with the mob. So please quit hiding my court documents. Please quit trying to hide what you did. It's all going to come out anyhow. And the more you try to hide it, the worse it's going to get. I guarantee it. Here's who you are in bed with. Hoes, witches, the mob, sex traffickers, pedophile pushers, and corrupt officials. But then again, if you took the money, I guess, well, you're one of them, right? Ain't you proud? Ain't you proud? Okay, well, here we go. This is my encouragement because I know there are good people here who are trying and some are shocked. But here's the power of astrology. Jupiter is going to go into Aries. And when that happens, well, one, there are so many good cops who have helped me, good lawyers, good judges, um, good people in the justice system. This is called new leadership in astrology, new leadership in law enforcement and the justice system. This is knocking heads where heads need to be knocked. This is taking control of your own departments with like a fire under your behind to fix where we are and just, put the justice system back on the right track. That's the high vibing energy of Jupiter in Aries. Please take advantage of it while it's here, because the people who in your department who did this have sullied your whole department. And that includes the lawyers and the judges, including, right? You've turned it into a filth show. This was so filthy. I don't want to live here. And this is supposed to be life elevated. Do you understand? Well, the real true Christians, please stand up. Yes, I'm an astrologer and I read tarot cards, and I believe in the same God you do. I always have. And no, I don't know anything about witchcraft. Every single lie that was told was a projection from the bad people, right? There were hoes involved. I'm in a 35-year monogamous marriage, right? I'm not a witch, right? Everything they said was a projection of who they are. And you bought it hook, line, and sinker without even asking a single question or investigating. Shame on you. And of course, what was happening? It's called mirror magic. I want to be you, and you're going to be me. I'm going to replace you. And folks, that's exactly what they tried to do with the lies and the slander and then the murder plots. And this all came out in my house because you let them in the frickin' door. Would a loving God tolerate this? Angels are real. I know this for a fact. They come in the form of real FBI agents, real cops, real lawyers, and real judges. The people that actually meant it when they said they were here to protect and serve. Aside from other things that have happened here, I hear there's money in 6 states with my name on it that I know nothing about. Where did it go? Again, I wanted to do good things in my country, right? And now I'm at the point of wondering, is it livable here? That's what this corruption is doing. And meanwhile, there was a big F fest going on. You can fill in the blanks. And it was being done to fund a circle of hostess Twinkies. Well, I have to say, I'm far more interested on what's on the inside of a person than the ostentatious representations on the outside. That pretty much means nothing to me. I want to know what a person's spirit and soul are like, if they're kind and decent and loving. It's taking time, but God is working miracles in my life. And all of the poo pies are getting returned to sender. Why? Because it was never my, you know what, to begin with. And some of it was utterly filthy. Jealousy is a sickness beyond compare. to become another person. Some people were more than willing to absolutely destroy me, murder me, and or bury me alive or sex traffic me. And some of you helped. I want that to sink in. Just say no to drama. Some people need to hear this. Keep it in your pants. Quit making babies you can't take care of. For the women that were in the car coming towards me because you're jealous, I'm not interested in Boss Daddy. And the FBI knows it because they have my analysis of his chart. So for those who are involved, now's the time to talk. Like I said, I've put 100 people away so far, and I'm going for broke. I want justice. And it's going to happen. Trust me, it'll happen in time. I've realized it takes time. So you can either help, or you're going to go down for counts for murder, kidnapping, sex trafficking, everything that happened in my house. So you decide which side of the fence you want to be on that one. It's so bad I can't trust anything that happens here. Do you understand? And that's why Jupiter in Aries is going to take force, because the good people, you're going to weed out the crap, right? Because they are just taking what you do and turning it into a big SH pie. There were also Nazi-style tactics that happened in my house that were certainly not American, like the illegal scrambling of my brains with the MK Ultra. And this was done so that some corrupt official could buy fancy uniforms for his kids. Tried to scramble my brains for school outfits. This is where we are in America. What was my sin? I bought software off the internet. Something anybody could do. Okay, I have some new cards. They're fun. They tell the story really well. And for me, it's all about the artwork. So this is my warning message. Everything that happened here, it's going to come to light. So you can either be part of fixing the problem or part of the problem. So that's my warning shot across the bow. Upheaval's coming, baby. Because there are good people who do care. And it's time to kick the people out of the nest who go along with murder plots, kidnap plots, and sex trafficking. And then, well, I think the wrath of God is going to come down. Right? I do. So, whatever perspective you had before because you were lied to 1,000% and or shaded by the suitcases of money, I think it's time you come out of the upside down position and start to face the hard, cold facts. It's time to start looking at the truth of the situation. And again, I'm a seer. I already see the conclusion. It is going to come out well. It's going to take a little while, right? Because all this has to unfold yet. And they're still trying to harm me. But the illusions are going away. So the mirror magic is disappearing. And if any of you had taken any time to begin with, you would have never bought into this crap to begin with at all. Now, what did this do in my home? It brought more grief than you could possibly imagine. It was as if we got picked to death as a family, just literally destroyed. So what you were witnessing in my house with the crying wasn't, mental imbalance. It was grief from betrayal, right? From the election cheating, right? Being betrayed by your own people. That's what it was. It was grief. There was no mental instability. The only instability came from knowing that people are watching you in your shower and you can't get them out because you have freaks all over your house. But you helped put them there. So, and why was this done? it was all done to try to gain complete dominance over a human being for the entire purpose of sucking them dry like a vampire. And you let them in my house. Okay. Now, that being said, I am healing. I'm good. I'm going to look at a few other cards, right? I have some new cards, so they're fun. Since we're learning astrology, right? And I only ever use it for good. It's all it was ever intended for in my mind. And I don't know a single astrologer who uses it otherwise. Ninth house. Well, that's all about a lot of things. Here it says faith, and certainly that's one. And again, I believe in the same God you do. I just go about it differently. It also has to do with long distance travel, legal things, publishing, your worldview, higher education, the justice system, the law. Yes, I see the outcome coming, and it is going to go well for me. But it's taken years. Why? Because of all of the mirror magic, lies and slander and crap, right? And dirty officials. But justice is coming. I have great faith. I have great faith in God, and I have faith in what I see, right? Because I am a seer. Okay. Here's the Leo energy. Yes, I do have Leo in my chart, and yes, it falls some of it into my ninth house. So I am creative. I've been hesitant to do more creative projects because the last creative project got copyrighted by one of the people that you let in my house, right? 4 to 5 years of my work down the drain. However, I've got a big spirit, and I believe another book could be forthcoming when I finally get them out of my electronics, which I surely hope you can help me to do, right? Because no human beings should be able to feed off of another person like a pack of vampires. They should develop their own heart centers. Cancer. Okay. There's certainly some cancers involved in this case. My husband is also a Cancer, and my loyalty lies with him, right? And I've been saying no for years. And I don't think there were any emotions on the other part. I just think it was all a big, show. Anyhow, my goal for a new beginning in love is to fix the harm that's been done to my family. Why? Because I love my Cancer boy. He's a good, kind, decent man. He doesn't sleep around. He's not a scam artist, right? Gemini. We know Gemini is important. We've had Mars going through Gemini. We've had full moon in Gemini recently. It is about, I think, how you think. So what placement you have for Mercury is very important with this. It has a lot to do with various forms of communication, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. And right now, no, I don't have any of those. Writing, book projects, public speaking has a lot to do with all of that. And it can also have to do with the light and dark of a situation. And I have seen some Geminis or people with strong Gemini placements who do have split personalities. Taurus. I have. Well, it's true. Taurus love the good things in life, right? If whatever it is that they enjoy, they want the best of it. They will go to great lengths to find the best food in town. They will find the nicest Egyptian cotton sheets. If they're going to get a bottle of wine, they're going to get a good bottle of wine. If they're going to eat chocolate, it's going to be wonderful chocolate. I have. So they understand resources, right? All right, we're going to pull one more, and then we're going to call it quits. I'm glad we're going to start doing the important cards first. Aries energy. Okay, I think this is good because those law enforcement officials that you really care about what's going on, it is about lighting a fire in Aries under your behinds to do the right thing, to make changes, to find new leadership in where you are, and to help fix the justice system, right? So that when people are victimized, it actually works for the victim and not the mob and the hoes and the sex traffickers and the Twinkies and all of that, right? So, anyhow, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me. My love and gratitude and heart space is filled with respect for the good people who are fighting the fight. And for the rest of you, I hope you can have a change of heart. Start talking soon. I would recommend it. All right. Love y'all. Hope you have a great holiday season. God bless.